Hey, it's Heya, and today we are going to continue with Sumeru Our Conquest Act. What act is this? 3. Yes. So, I will definitely be pulling for Sino and Nilo, but for now, today, day 1 of the patch update, I will be focusing on the Our Conquest first because I just don't want to learn anything through spoilers. I've learned my lesson. I'm just gonna do it and experience it by myself for the first time so that I don't. The experience won't be ruined. So let's go. Oh, I haven't done commissions. Don't mind that. I'll do that later. This one, Act 3. Okay, Catherine and Sumeru 3. And this will be our team. Of course, our newly acquired Kokomi. We're still using her. And I changed Miko's artifacts, I think. Yes, okay. This should be fine. I used her Thundering Fury on my Sino possible set. So it's fine. We'll be fine, I hope. Increase the level cap of the Tree of Dreams. Oh, we can do that. Okay. Oh, for exploration. Wait, let me go here first. For exploration and stuff like that, feel free to hang out with us over at Twitch, link in the description, but for now we're going to be focusing on the story content. We'll do a little bit of exploring because we do need to unlock this area for the new chapters, so you know, just a little bit of exploring here. I'll do my best to make it very short and succinct, and hopefully I won't have a difficult time editing this so I can get it up by the end of the month. Yep. Sorry if I talk too fast. Let's go.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Love poem?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
Feel embarrassed just imagining it. The audience would definitely have a, well, reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're Nahida, right?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
I uploaded the whole Act 2, by the way, over during my vacation, so thank you if you've watched that.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abisask?
How did she know we were here? All-knowing, oh my gosh.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods. What did you dream about?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality...
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No,
Pity.
no! We are
make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsol's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival?
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Oh my gosh, Paimon's face! Alright, here we go. We have officially started Dreams, Emptiness, and Deception. And I have seen the trailer, so I know a bit of who we'll see, and I'm so excited. If you didn't know,
Let's continue our chat here.
I'm a Harbinger apologist, and I've been waiting for Dottore for so long. And I can't wait to see him finally in-game. And we will be pulling for Sino and Nilo. I just realized I've been saying Sino's name incorrectly this whole time. I've been saying Sino, so apologies if I revert to saying Sino. I'm doing my best. But yeah, I don't think Dottore or Scaramouche will be getting a banner anytime in the next patch, at least. Since Hoyoverse already drip marketed Nahida and Layla, so they are not, those two Harbingers are not coming in the next patch. Maybe in the next, but so, you know, we still have time to save. So we can go all out for the two new characters we have right now. I still don't know if I'm going to be pulling for Nahida or Nahida. Let's see.
Okay.
I prefer the Harbingers over the Archons, I'm sorry, not sorry.
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Possess a key figure in the academia. Possess a student and infiltrate the sage's quarters. We could grab someone close to the sages and question them. Possessing is fun.
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid
that
wearing
makes
their Akasha
sense
terminals.
if they know, you know, the consequences.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me.
Can't believe an Archon is under house arrest, what the hell?
In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
Possess a student and infiltrate the sage's quarters.
No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not
I'm
that.
glad we are able to choose all
We
three
shouldn't
options
involve innocent
and
students in this.
know what she
A
says.
single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Oh, true. Let's not drag other people in here.
Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages
Oh,
are
look
doing?
at Catherine's sad face. Aww.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Yep. Right, so this leaves us with this option. We could grab someone close to the sages and question them.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
We're no longer wearing the Akasha terminal, which is pretty cool, by the way. The attention to detail. Can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
The type to, like, want to make us figure it out first. But we don't have any time.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
True.
Well,
But that's a very
I've
good
been
tip,
thinking
though.
that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work.
Oh, is it gonna be Sino?
Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They
Oh,
probably
Alhaitham.
aren't in cahoots.
Okay, Alhaitham makes sense too.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Taria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one
Oh,
who's
what?
always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
I don't even remember her. Was she even mentioned in Act 2?
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's
I
festival
forgot her
repeated
name. Oh my
itself.
gosh.
You could even say we're old
Okay.
enemies by now.
Why is she the target, Nahida?
Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she
Oh,
lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after,
another
the
analogy.
star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky?
What does she mean?
But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime.
Oh,
To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
oh no, how does Nahida know all this? She reads everyone's mind as long as they have the Akasha terminal. That's actually scary.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here.
But to turn a blind eye.
But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed, when they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots.
Alright,
And have a quick chat with a
stakeout.
few of the vendors
It's a
there.
stakeout, guys. We're gonna be spying. I hope there's no sneaking mechanic. They do like... Oops. They do like incorporating that when they can, but the sneaking mechanic here is not the best.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Alright.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today
What?
by the gods,
She's a child?
I may be able to show you the way.
What kind of fortune-telling technique will she
Really?
do?
Nahida,
Key,
you've been whispering things to
Cards?
her?
The stars?
Shh!
The line of your palms.
My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case.
Cats.
Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps
Us? The traveler?
at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do
Oh
those count?
man, we have friends in high places. Mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness. That's funny. And brawling with the god of Electro.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Oh, divine my prospects in health or in love. Let's see.
Love prospects? No problem at all. The gods have
Ooh.
spoken. The
What will
truth
it
shall be
be?
revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on...
What?
Huh?
This is so Mary Sue.
So many people
No,
would
no
vote
Mary
with
Sue,
you.
please.
How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
I wonder if we choose health, what she would say.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal.
I want to choose
As
the
such,
health
there will
one. I
be no
want to
charge.
see.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
For the cats? Oh, why not? I'd love that. There more information.
Is this another one of Setaria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Details.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
Pottery.
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from
Catherine
the
is
Adventurers
like
Guild?
a celebrity.
Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
Broke his
I
leg. Oh
see.
no.
We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem.
I wonder
Rest
if
easy,
Catherine's
all
sentient.
our goods are sure to
Or is she
meet
just
your
like pure
every need.
programming? Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
This should be our final stop. Setaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Right, watch and learn.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
Aww.
But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the
Oh
restaurant's
wow, how
basement.
admirable.
I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
Good luck, good luck.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard
Ooh,
of it.
what's down there?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Good luck with that. Oh my gosh. All the best, all the best. Alright, where is Catherine? I haven't done the bulletin board, like, hidden quest with the riddles yet, too.
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Setaria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Setaria face her problems.
Setaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities.
She's not
I
letting us know
remember
the whole
that you
plan.
mentioned
She's
that
like,
the Eremites and
compartmentalization, blah blah
Are all
blah.
making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Setaria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Setaria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
King Deshret was to criticize Setaria's actions, or if King Deshret was to make demands of Setaria.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Setaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So is she gonna possess
you
them?
mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the
Oh,
Akasha.
but I thought she didn't
Imply
want
that they've
to.
already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King.
I guess it's
and
not
then
gonna
convey
be
our made-up will of the Scarlet King.
too risky
As long as everything
know,
goes smoothly, we'll get through
like
to
sneaking in the
Setaria for
academia.
sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with
Since
it.
it's not, they're not gonna be out of
So
character.
that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Are we gonna help her, or is she taking
Best of
care?
luck?
What? Us? No? What?
We don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their
What the-
senses with you once
Oh.
I've possessed them.
No, we
As
don't
long
have
as
a
you're
right.
also wearing
You're
an
the
Akasha
Archon.
terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed
Oh
them
my
yourself.
gosh, we're gonna have to choose the right answers, am I
That
right?
is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Yeah, why? Why do we have to do it?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
Okay. I see where she's coming from.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Alright, I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Alright, it's not
But
like we're
seeing
gonna
how
put them in
things are
trouble
now,
or anything.
I probably should just accept
I mean,
it
it's
and
just
push
gonna be a
on.
few minutes.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone.
Yeah, we're not hurting
and
them.
We'll only be
We're not putting them in
borrowing
trouble.
for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Alright. Now we do this in 30 minutes. Let us see. I still have like a few minutes to spare. What time? I can't wait to see the desert and the ruins there. Everything looked so beautiful in the trailer. I've also seen Sinus collected miscellany, and we've heard Thainslift's voice once again, so that was nice.
You must prepare for hardship.
Go to the market. Alright. To the fortune teller. we hiding? Oh.
Here she comes. Setaria's here. Let's quietly follow her.
Wow, good job,
Once she
guys.
starts
You're
talking to her
totally
acquaintances,
hidden there.
we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her
So
to
cute.
our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know
Oh
what
no,
to
what
say.
if we fail?
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Oh, just there? You can clearly see Catherine. Ooh, mind control. Bam, bam, bam. Buffering, loading.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has
Oh
a very
wow, first
different
person
background and
Genshin? Let's
outlook.
go.
Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening.
So this is
You were
Paimon or
talking
us
about
talking?
troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
So weird. The cats are mad.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty
The
worked
cats
up.
are mad. You can't
Is
lie to the
something wrong?
cats.
I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh,
Oh
What
shit.
are their names again?
This Haru and Maru.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings,
We answered
aren't they?
wrong. What if we answered
Harut and
wrong?
Marut.
Someone tell me, please.
Ahem. So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I
Paimon.
really just want to get it over with.
This is too
I hear
funny.
you.
Wait, I want to take a
No
screenshot
problem
of
at all.
Paimon peeking.
The gods will reveal the truth.
And hiding and then peeking again. The gods have
The
spoken.
gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods
Wow,
really
that's
know
completely
everything I've been
unrelated.
thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most
Looks
sincere
like a
apologies
decent
and ask for their
person.
divine forgiveness.
Please, help us.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Who?
What
That's
an
right.
inconsiderate and naive question.
That's right. Yeah,
The
okay.
god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest
Lip reading
and
the anime
mightiest of all,
characters. Let's go.
the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist
she
in real
knows.
life?
Huh? You think Dashret's resurrection is a misinformation campaign?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
What was that?
Wait!
What was that? Look at the cats. Oh. Oh. Let's zoom in though.
Whoa, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect
So that was
anything amiss.
Lamine's impersonation, you're telling me.
To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Newbie at the back.
Aw, Nahida, It seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
Next up, the vendor?
Is that a
The
key?
pottery.
Right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Bam, 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 bam. Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. We're in.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Masonry work.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling a lot better, and he's walking more now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to
she
pay him a
seems like
visit.
a good person.
Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Aww.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King?
Ooh, manipulation time.
I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the
Oh my God.
Scarlet King.
Traveler.
And now you spend
Too
all
much
your
sass.
time with those crooks from
Too
the
much
Academia.
salt.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role. I wasn't too harsh, was I?
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Setaria.
Too direct, if I may say so.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
And lastly, the tavern. We can actually see her running.
Setaria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like,
You get to choose?
as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, no, I've been spending all my time studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That
Oh my
was really
God.
weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks can
Oh
never
my
deceive
God.
all of Sumeru's citizens?
Wait, chill. We don't want to get her in trouble.
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
She actually sounds a bit like Lumine too, so this way of speaking, it's so sharp.
Please, please stop!
I love the scene where Paimon's like peeking behind the crate
From her problems.
and then hiding again. Much too hard.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
What? Are we gonna fire something?
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Matra?
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Setaria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
What the fuck? So like the trailer wherein they talk about the Scarlet King's resurrection is all just a ploy of both the academia and Nahida and us, basically, to make her, or at least to make the people aware of, you know, the academia's faults.
You must face the truth, Setaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound
Poor
like I
girl.
should be ashamed for
He's having
becoming
an
a
identity
believer of the Scarlet
crisis.
King.
Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Oh my god, I feel bad. I kind of feel bad.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
You go, traveler.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great, we finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sumeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
Is this the Torre, aka Zandik?
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha.
It's alright.
Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
Alright, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
Oh, well, will we stop here?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Setaria to our side!
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the
Oh,
one who
Traveler's
deserves all the
acting
praise.
skills. Award-winning.
Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Setaria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the
That's
stars?
true, that's true.
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Alright. Alright, folks, I'm gonna end this part here. I'll see you in the next one. See ya, see ya.